Field Agent is one of the most underrated apps, and it's not because it's a bad side hustle, it's because people are making these 5 mistakes. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to make a lot of money with the Field Agent app. First mistake is not getting creative with when you do these gigs. So a lot of people will comment on my video, it's not worth it to leave my house, get in my car, spend gas to go to Walmart to make only $3. And that is very true. But for me, it was worth it because I drove a truck route hundreds of miles a day, straight north, straight south, and I passed by hundreds of stores where these gigs were available. So I was making hundreds of dollars every week doing these field agent gigs while I was getting paid hourly at my job. So if you have a job like that where you could do it in between, I also had a job doing HVAC where I had like 5 or 6 stops a day, and sometimes the people wouldn't be home for an hour, and instead of just sitting in my truck watching TikTok, I would find gigs that were close by and I would do these gigs. Another thing you could do is on your way to work, like if you work in the office, you have a 20-minute commute, you could hit a couple gigs there. Or like if you're like me and your wife drags you to the supermarket, drags you to the mall, makes you go shopping, look if there's gigs on the way, or a lot of times there's even gigs at the same exact store that you're going to, and that's 100% worth it, all profit because you were going there anyway. Next is you're not multi-apping. If you just think that you could have a good side hustle or a part-time job with this one app, you are wrong. There's not going to be enough gigs in most areas to do that. Maybe some days you could do field agent all days because there's definitely days where I do that, but you should be multi-apping. The other 2 apps are very similar, exactly the same basically. If you know how to do field agent, you'll do great with these apps. The first one is Mobi. If you're running out of gigs on Field Agent, check Mobi. There's always so many gigs on Mobi. Doesn't pay in cash, but it pays in gift cards, and you're going to shop at Amazon. You're going to order something from Uber Eats. You're going to use a Visa at some point, so it's pretty much the same as cash. Next is Observer. There's going to be a lot less gigs on this app, but they pay 4 or 5 times as much. Like this $18 alcohol category photo audit takes the same amount of time as a $3 Field Agent shelf view, but pays $18 instead of $3. So check out these 2 other apps. And then also you could do delivery. This channel is for making money without doing delivery apps. But if you're driving 20 minutes to go to an area with gigs and you could get a couple deliveries on the way there, on the way back, why not make that extra free money? Number 3 is don't be afraid to travel a little bit. If you're like me and you cleaned out all the gigs in your area, it may be worth it to drive 20 minutes, 45 minutes to another area, a major city where it's gonna be gig city. So let's see. Right now, I live in like the Treasure Coast area, like $3 in my area. But if I go to a major city over here in the West Palm area, gigs galore. Unlimited gigs. I can make 200, 250 if I drive that extra 45 minutes. So don't be afraid to travel. And then in this area too, the other 2 apps are a lot less popular than Field Agent. So there will be a lot of gigs on the other apps there too. So if you have a day where it's very slow in your area, like it is for me a lot, don't be afraid to have a little bit of a commute because a lot of people commute to work and this is our job. Number 4 is you're not taking advantage of the affiliate program. It's kind of hidden. So here is the app. This is what it's going to look like when you launch the app. If you go to account and then you go to invite, you will get a code. You could copy this code, send it to your friends, or like me, if you have an Instagram, if you have a TikTok following, you can make videos about this app and then have people join. I had 120 people join. Every person that joins is worth $10. You get 10% of their earnings up to $10. So if they make 100, you make $10. So I have 120. So eventually that'll be $1,200 just by making videos about something that I'm passionate about. Just be careful and don't share it with your friends that are in the same area because it's a competitive app. If somebody goes on this app, reserves this $3 app at the Costco in my area, then that's $3 out of my pocket. So try to do it. If you have friends from like college or something that are in different areas, different states, or different cities, then share it with them. Number 5 is the most important, and get good at taking these pictures and know your stores. You're going to do a lot of these gigs at your local Walmart, Target, Sam's Club, BJ's, Costco. So when you're in there, take mental notes. Oh, the dog food's over here to the right. The mayonnaise is in the condiment aisle on the left side of the store. So when you're doing multiple gigs, you're not walking back and forth in the store. You'll go do the dog food aisle when you walk to the right, and then you're going to hit the condiments on the way back. Electronics is in the front. And then take your pictures. Most iPhones, any modern iPhone, you could take these pictures while you're walking. So just snap, walk. I do a little side step. I could get in and out of the store in less than 5 minutes doing the same gigs that took me like an hour when I first started. So if you guys want to sign up for Field Agent and similar apps and start making money, click the link down below.